Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at this very odd looking retro thing. This I had ages and ages ago from a boot fair, which is like a sort of fly sale kind of thing, and I was intrigued by it, so I asked the guy about it, and yeah, he said, well, it's a couple of game joysticks, but he didn't really know much else about it. He thinks there was another bit with it, but he didn't have it. And looking a bit further, that other bit is just a wire that's been chopped off. So I've stripped that back and soldered those ends, but that's all there is to it. There's nothing else. So if we take a closer look, these are intriguing little things. One's got a keypad. I love the aesthetic. One's got a keypad and the other one has some information written on it. So it says 10 games. It's got a little button with serve written on it. So I think you can probably guess what this is. It's got tennis, hockey, soccer, squash, practice, grid ball, baseball practice, 2-player target, 1-player target. So I think I saw it and I immediately got a little bit excited, as I tend to do. But I like the fact that they're held that way. They're not held that way. They're held that way, and that's where the button is. It's really a bit odd, but I quite like that. And also the fact that there was nothing else attached. This is a lot heavier than this because it's got the keypad and maybe other things as well. Anyway, I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe this had purely the joystick and the pad, but then when it was chopped off, I just saw the end of the cable, and it was obvious that there was not many connectors on it. So something of this vintage, it's not going to have much in the way of a complex serial protocol or anything like that. It's not going to be that. So I suspected at the time, and it cost me a whole £5. I suspected at the time that it was purely that everything was kind of in here, because these ping pong style plinky plonky games, they came in all shapes and sizes. I mean, you know, a large variety of things, and they were all built around these standard chips. Anyway, let me take you on a quick tour. So I got this working years and years ago, and it's been sat in a box, and what was on the end was all a bit naff and horrible looking. So I'm going to redo all that. But let me take you down a little bit of a voyage of discovery, so that we can not relive that, but give you an idea of what's happening. So if we take a look at this one, this is the joystick with the rusty screw that has nothing else on it. So it's just a button, probably just a button on the joystick, I thought at the time. And indeed, that's exactly what it is. So if we open this up, like a clip, I think. There we go. It's just a couple of potentiometers and a button. So it's got like one of those rubber membrane style thingies with the carbon brush on it. So that's you know, it's basic. It's very simple, but it's, you know, reasonably well engineered. It feels pretty solid, to be fair. There are some inline. There's an inline resistor there. There's not much else to see. Notice that there's actually a space for something else to go in there. I don't think I think that's just perhaps the moulding. So the moulding is the same. I'm not sure. So anyway, not very exciting in there, although, you know, it seems to be quite well made. It is missing a screw, as I say, and that screw is rusty. How the hell it's rusty, I have no idea. But hey, it was sat in a box for a long time. Anyway, so it's probably sat in the box in this bloke's garage for a long time, and then sat in a box in my garage for a long time. So it's done the rounds. So anyway, not much to report on there. Only that crazy typeface, love it. And this one, so let's have a look. So at the time, I suspected this was a Plinky Plonky games console. Okay, fine. I suspected that maybe this thing on the end didn't really do much. Well, maybe. I got it home, and after a couple of days, I dug it out again, and I had a little look. and my suspicions were confirmed, which was nice. So this is what's in the main controller unit. You can see here that circuit board is held down by screws from the back case, and there's quite a lot going on. You know, seems to be a integrated circuit there, and in fact, it's exactly what we can see if we move that there past and flex the rather retro looking ribbon cable. You can see here you've got a single large IC that does everything. So this is pretty standard. So I looked this up. It's an AY3 8610. So I got the data sheet for that and had a look. And it's interesting because you can see that there's a whole load of pins on that side that are not used. So what I did was had a look at the sheet and just marked again so what's not used. So select input 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, strobe 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite sure what they are. I think that might be for a light gun, possibly. The background and boundaries are not connected at all. So that's just not connected. If you look here, what I was able to do is at the bottom there you've got the sound output. So that sound output, there's an amplifier built into these units, and this sound output, I was able to trace what that was on this cable. So it was actually fairly straightforward to find out. Now what was interesting is looking at the video, so you can see here you've got the supply voltages, and you've got the left right video, where is it, sync, blanking, color burst. So those are signals coming out for to drive a modulator to create a signal, so to a video signal. Now if you look at the cable that big, you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 conductors. So one's going to be ground, obviously, so you've got 3 left. One's going to be for power, so you've got 2 left. So one's got to be sound, the other one's got to be composite video, because there's nothing else. There's no other large connector or anything like that, so it has to be composite video. So I suspected at the time that some circuitry there was doing a crude combination of those signals, aggregate them together, so that then you can go off and drive a television. So that was really cool. A lot of these units had modulators built in anyway, so they were creating an RF output to go onto a lot of tellies, which is cool, but you know, interference and all sorts of stuff. So anyway, that was interesting. I rigged it up, it worked, which is good. This has not been touched in a while, but I have no reason to suspect it doesn't work, because the thing is, this is robust stuff. I mean, these chips were they could take a wide range of supply voltages, and you know, they were good. At the time I used, let me get this stuff out of the way, I used a battery. So I've got a little battery here, 9-volt battery. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna having written down what the function of those wires are, the colors and stuff, so that's going to go onto the, so we put the battery onto the ground there, and what is it? So red is power. So this is the temporary thing. I want to show you how it works, show you what it looks like. So that's the power rigged up. Once we get the battery on there, that will work. Next thing is we need a cable to go into the monitor. 1 second. Right, so I've got a cable here, composite video cable, and I happen to already know that this white one there goes to this one. So by convention, the white is going to be left audio for stereo input. I can't see a thing, move it out of the way. And yellow goes to red in this case, a bit weird, but yellow is going to be the composite video. So we do that, we switch it on, and I'm probably going to need some clips for that. So let's get a mass of wires. So that's going to be white. White here is the audio. So that's the same colour as that, which is handy. Whoop. I think. Am I on the wrong? Am I on the right thing? Oh yeah, AV3. Hang on, I'll put that in the right one. Yep. I need to put the. Need to ground it first. So that's the ground. That's audio. And this one, the black is video there. Okay. There we go. That is cool in the gang. Love it. Funny enough, the interference there was actually from my soldering iron. Bit weird. But yeah, that's really cool. Obviously this is a bit dicey because this is sort of sat there a little bit. Anyway, so you can do this and you can move stuff around. If I do the reset and then serve. Hang on. Reset. Why is that? Is that serve button a bit dicky? Maybe it is. It's very dicey doing it that way. Oh, it's making all kinds of interference. Let's reset that. So reset works. Does the other person start serving? Does it? That's weird. I didn't think it did that. Let's pick a different game. Let's pick tennis. Oh, it is tennis. What am I talking about? So where's the other one anyway? I'm being an idiot. Okay. Whoa, that's very sensitive. Yeah, that's one of the problems with these things. They did tend to become very sensitive. I didn't realise it was tennis. That's why he's serving that other side. Oh dear. Right, tell you what. Let's get another game. Oh, I'm gonna share myself up here. Let's reset, and then we're gonna pick one player target practice, which is that one. So you do that, and then it's just impossible to do that with. There we go. Oh yeah. Anyway, so that's cool. I absolutely flipping love it. So let's go through the game. So that's tennis. That one is hockey. That's soccer. What's that on 4? And then 4. Sorry, is squash. 5 is practice. Quite sure what that is. Then you've got grid ball, which is like crazy stuff. 7 is basketball. 8 is basketball practice. Not quite sure what the difference there. Then you've got 2-player Styly What's It. So if I do that, and I think every time it goes, you only get one shot. There we go. Ah. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh, so close. Yes. So I think that's it for this video. I'm going to look at ways of housing that, either connecting an inline lead, or maybe some kind of portable battery thing, or maybe even like a console box to put it in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort the cables out basically, because it's obviously not usable as it is. But yeah, so stay tuned, and that'll be coming up. Cheers.